Coming up on Small Town Big Deal, how this turns into this.
We hit the jackpot as we discover why everybody at this company is having a ball.
Plus,
What's it say?
can dogs read?
Our eye-opening visit to the world's only university for canine studies.
Get it.
Good girl. The astonishing ways they're learning to change the lives of people with disabilities.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
You know, it's been said that life's not all fun and games.
We think we have found a place where it actually is. How do you describe what you do?
We build arcade games.
How do people react?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing is right. You can't help but get caught up in the excitement here at Baytech Entertainment. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're at work or at play.
So the official tagline for Baytech's work efforts is passion in, fun out. They achieve it.
This is Baytech's official game room, where you find the fruits of their labor.
Do you think they would notice, like, get out here and stay the night?
But the nuts and bolts of the operation take up to 90,000 square feet in Pulaski, Wisconsin, 2 hours north of Milwaukee.
How many games will you be making at one time?
So we try to make 14 to 20 a day.
Holly Hampton started as an intern in 2001. Now she runs the entire amusement division.
Why has this become your lifelong career?
The culture, right? Our people are not numbers. We truly believe in people at every level to come be here and be your authentic self. When we do that, we bring our best, we bring our true gifts, we make fun. How amazing is that?
Yeah. It sounds like the game agrees. Baytech currently makes about 30 different ones. But before you can hear the music play, you hear a lot of this. Every step in this made in USA construction process happens here. From cutting to wiring, soldering, printing, and of course, putting it all together.
People are still shocked that they're made here in the US.
I am. I was shocked.
Yeah, so, and yay.
Yeah, thank you.
And thankfully, Baytech's crew has a lot more on the ball than we do. As you'll see when I try to help Renee assemble one of their popular Axemaster games.
This century, I'll get this done. Put that mat on backwards, because it had a lock washer on it.
I am loving this. Can I just say?
He did okay. He forgot a couple washers, so we'll have to make him go back and rework it.
Ta-da!
Okay.
As large and sophisticated as the company has become, they still remember and honor their humble beginnings when games were developed in the basement of one of the founders. Here's one you might have played in the past. It's the first one they created back in 1977 called Roll Down.
Most of their newer games, like Big Bass Wheel, are conceived and developed right here, in-house. The process usually takes 9 to 12 months.
Sometimes we go really fast. The Axe game, which you probably saw, we did that in 5 months.
Wow! Baytech also acquires games and gaming companies, including the all-time classic, Skee-Ball. It dates back to 1908, and they have one of the original versions on display.
Skee-Ball is so popular, there is more than 100,000 of these games in the world.
But before a game is ready to ship, every component must pass a strict quality control test.
I'm looking for lights to be the right color, all of them working.
So at this stage of the game, it's off to what they call the Circuit City room. Right now, sensors are getting tested that are concealed in the skee ball holes.
And now we're going to mimic that ball coming through. And the
game scores.
Jen's ready to go when she gets the okay to QC.
We need to see if the 10,000 work. Yay!
Who knew QC could be so thrilling? But our competitive juices hit a crescendo when we play grand piano keys head to head. Game on, Rodney.
What? Don't be putting up the victory.
That couldn't be started. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Wait. The machine is wrong. Congratulations, Jan.
Congratulations, Jan.
That's a definite high note for me. But let's just say I strike a much different chord playing Axemaster.
Well, that is the first.
You got with a stick and you made a bullseye.
It's a bullseye and it's stuck, but it's backwards.
And your game is broke.
Wow, well, leave it to
I
me.
think you finally nailed.
There are so many reasons to celebrate at Baytech, but they really hit the bullseye with their profit-sharing program that honors part of their company's core values. It involves 20% of their profits.
First, we give 10% back to our employees, and then the other 10% goes back to charity. And so we focus on kids, cancer, and community.
It goes to show that you don't have to be greedy to be successful in business, you know.
It comes back tenfold.
Yeah.
It really does.
And that makes everybody a winner.
When we come back,
Oh my goodness.
A pack of puppy prodigies. We visit the world's only canine university and see how these little guys will learn to help people with disabilities.
Look at you.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. You know, nearly 20 million students attend colleges and universities in America each year.
But how many dogs get to go to higher education? Well, we are the only university in the world where man's best friend, bring it here, helps students fetch a degree.
Good shit. Attaboy, very good job.
The old excuse, my dog ate my homework, won't work at this school. These good girls and good boys are too well trained.
Good deal, good deal.
but that's the mission at Bergen University, located about an hour north of San Francisco in Pine Grove, California. It's the only accredited university for canine studies, where students learn to select, train, and place service dogs.
Good boy.
Okay, forward and quick.
The school is the brainchild of Dr. Bonnie Bergen. She began training dogs in the 1970s after envisioning that they could assist people with disabilities in ways we never imagined, such as turning on lights and opening doors.
Oh, wow, good job. I went to guide dogs to tell them the idea, thinking they would pick it up. They said, no, it couldn't be done. I went to the best trainers in Sonoma County. They said, it can't be done, forget it. And so I said, I'm gonna do it.
It is not every day that you meet a true pioneer. That is what Dr. Bergen is in the field of canine studies and service dogs.
And the rest of you about face and get ready to go the other direction.
Eventually, even Oprah took notice, and the call for trained service dogs became loud and clear.
I had so many people coming and asking me how to do it. My background is in education, so I just knew that if I were going to show people how to do a service dog, I really needed to have a serious schooling. So we created the university to teach people. Okay, slow. Slow, slow.
Each student is carefully paired with a canine companion. They even take their dogs home with them and have them live with them for a semester at a time. Their connection is a wonder to behold.
When I say the word mimic, he's to look at me and follow my physical movements. This is a training technique we use that incorporates social learning. Mimic. Yep, good boy.
Wow. Wow is right. These budding service dogs will learn about 150 commands.
Let's go.
Good girl. Oh, yes. So if everyone could put a treat out and leave it?
That's a good girl, Harris.
I wish I had that kind of self-control.
Good job.
Just like kids in a classroom, they want to learn, they get hungry to learn.
It's like we could see it in those dogs' faces.
I mean, their cognition is way more than we would have ever imagined.
So you see the active dogs in the program, and then we have the date of birth here.
So the dogs don't pay much attention while Emma Conan instructs her two-legged students. Some are more interested in our camera.
But when called into action, they are always eager to serve.
Get it? With skills that provide vital support to people with disabilities, such as picking up dropped keys. Student Jack Colley shows us how his dog Firth learns to turn on a light switch.
It's important to line him up so his nose is perpendicular to the light board, and I'll say light, Firth, light. Attaboy. Yep, good boy.
These brainy breeds are so smart, they even listen to our commands.
Light, light, light.
Yep, good boy. And then you want to give him a treat?
Yeah.
Great job, Mr. Firth.
Okay, Harris, let's go. Harris, tug. Good girl. Atta girl. Atta girl.
Student ML Beeman demonstrates how dogs help people in wheelchairs get food out of the refrigerator.
Bring it here.
She lets me give it a try.
Tug, tug, tug. Good girl. Yep, yep. Good girl. Get it. Get it. Give it. Yes, good girl. Good girl.
We've been here all day. I've seen tons of dogs trained, and I haven't heard the word no once. It's all about positive reinforcement.
Good girl.
Student Nancy Newman teaches her dog Charles to unzip clothing.
Good boy. Up here, zipper. That's it.
Good doggy.
Here, you want to give him a treat?
Yeah.
All right.
Good boy.
You know, the way these dogs respond is so impressive.
Mimic.
I can't help but wonder.
Could I train Rodney here? And
Yeah.
Drop it? I'm going to drop Rodney off for a couple weeks and then pick him up.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the treat?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we have all kinds of treats still ahead.
Hi, hi, hi.
Meet the adorable next generation of service dogs.
Plus, how they're teaching man's best friend to read.
No cheating, Keith. What's it say?
You have to see it to believe it.
Now our small town big deal quiz. Approximately how many service dogs are currently helping people in the U.S.? 300,000, 500,000, or 1 million?
The answer when we come back.
Now the answer to our small town big deal quiz. Approximately how many service dogs are currently helping people in the U.S.? The answer is B, about 500,000.
That's not nearly enough to assist the millions who are in need. But Bergen University is doing its part as the only university in the world teaching students to train service dogs who are top of their class.
Hi, hi, hi.
The future looks bright with these puppy preschoolers. Bergen breeds nearly all their own dogs, and training starts almost immediately.
Yeah, as soon as they start walking, usually by like 4 or 5 weeks, they're pretty solid at the point where we can start training them to sit.
You'll never see Jan happier than she is right now.
Yeah, so Bergen University better like check the car, my bag, a few other things when I leave today. Those puppies.
They're hungry to learn. We start training them at 3.5 to 4 weeks. At 12 weeks, they have had this plethora of experiences so that when they go out, they can adapt to just about anything.
These little guys are learning to behave on a field trip. Yeah, he's a work in progress.
Most experts agree that Labrador and Golden Retrievers make the best service dogs because they are intelligent, eager to please, and not as easily distracted as other breeds.
Bergen also trains dogs from shelters to help them have successful adoptions. Some will even work in scent detection. That's what these dogs are learning.
On it, on it. Yes, look at you.
Some scent detection dogs help diabetics by alerting them when their blood sugar is too high or too low.
So what we're doing today is imprinting. We're capturing a dog's interest in natural odors. So we start off with samples that we collect from a type 1 diabetic when they're out of range. So this is usually a cotton ball that we have them chew on. As you can see, she's very aware of what I just pulled out. We're letting the dogs approach that low sample and sort of just scent on that odor.
So just to give you an idea of how powerful a dog's sense of smell is, well, it can detect 3 specifically scented drops out of 300,000 drops of water.
she's gonna come and give me a nudge. Which is
Watch
where
what
she's
happens
asking
when
me to call,
Isabel senses a nearby sample during our interview.
Show me. It's low? Good girl, let's check. So she thinks it's a low sample. Jamie, do you have the low out? Yes, so it is a low. Good girl, she's right. Right. Imagine being a little kid and having to check your blood sugar, which means poking yourself with a needle 10 times a day, right? All those needles, I would need a battle buddy with me for sure. And so your diabetic alert dog can definitely be that for you.
This skill literally saves lives.
Good boy.
And Bergen dogs also turn around lives. Steve Moore is a veteran of the Iraq War who learned to cope with PTSD with the help of his companion, Chew. Now Steve's getting a degree to learn to train other dogs and aid fellow veterans.
They want the dog to do things like create space or, provide a buffer from crowds and stuff like that. And building relationships with dogs really helps foster the ability to relearn how to build relationships with people. Very good boy.
Bergen also has a program that teaches inmates to train service dogs.
When we bring in a bunch of puppies to a bunch of guys who people just assume are a bunch of scary guys that did bad things, they turn to mush and they end up being the best service dog trainers because they have all that time to commit and they're just so dedicated to the dogs.
Service dogs can benefit grade school children as well, as they read aloud to puppy pals.
It can be a really nice way for the kids to be able to open up if they're shy with reading, and almost a form of therapy, just a different dynamic to add to the classroom.
And speaking of reading,
don't let them see it.
Don't let them see it.
Sherry Rick shows us how dogs can learn to do that too.
What's it say?
Yep, good boy! What they do is they're actually learning the shapes.
Well, we do too. We recognize the shape of the letter and then what those letters put together.
Right. It's amazing.
Who knows? Maybe some of these young students will go to Bergen University one day. Hundreds of students have earned their degrees here.
When students graduate from here, what kind of places do they end up working? Where do they go?
A lot of our graduates have gone on to start their own organizations. Some of our graduates end up working with guide dogs. A lot of them will go into scent detection. The opportunities are endless, really.
And we can't forget about the canine grads who get officially handed off to clients during the ceremony.
They go on to a life of giving comfort and assistance to those who need it most, including children with serious medical concerns. And what is more noble than that?
It's so exciting to see all of the amazing things that they'll go on to do and change people's lives.
And that definitely deserves a
bow.
We'll be right back.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal. You know, Jen, I'm really impressed at how Bergen University was able to train those dogs to do so many things.
It's amazing. But here's where I know what Rodney wants to say next. If they could only help me train Jan so well. Well, keep dreaming.
Well, speaking of dreaming, I'm dreaming that someday you're going to be able to throw an axe.
Hey, it's a lot harder to make the handle stick instead of the blade.
Well, you might try the blade next time.
I guess if we want to be invited back to Baytech, I might have to work on that.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.
Watch me. I'm not doing that. Mimic. I'm not doing that either. I don't think I can do that.
The dog was pretty good at mimicking, but there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't want him to mimic. 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 Attaboy. Good job.
Good job. Kiss the lens, then tug. Good girl. Are you my little rock star? Bow. Oh, are you sure?